This is a reading one called What Are You Made of? A good Zen guide might tell you that you are made of everything in the universe. We can mock and trivialize this with a tongue-in-cheek California New Agey basketball coach. Yes, Grasshopper, you are one with the dribbling basketball. You are one with the ball as it soars toward the basket. You are one with the ball as it swishes through the net. Or we might tease with a fake hippie dude accent. Yeah, dude, like, become one with the universe, man. I mean, like peace, man. Easy mockery. But are we blinding ourselves to depth here? What is contributing to the making of you? What are you made of? I was gathering my things that I had stacked up in the school nurse's office. I had just completed the family night program at the school. We'd had a wonderful day full of storytelling. It was about 8 o'clock in the evening. The school was nearly empty. As I sat on the nurse's couch and bent down to tie my shoelaces, the janitor came down the hall pushing her broom. When she saw me, she paused at the open nurse office door. Leaning on her broom, she said, "I hope you know what you did here at this school. I've seen the way these kids here were listening to you, the way they've lit up around you. I hope you know what kind of positive impact you've had here. These kiddos won't forget this." There have been too many times when I have heard kind words and swelled with pride. Fortunately, this time I did not. I smiled and replied, "Thanks. I think I enjoyed it as much as the students. Thanks for the feedback. I appreciate it." She smiled, nodded, and swept on. As she moved down the hallway, I thought to myself, I really do appreciate that feedback. But it's funny. That janitor really thinks it was me. She doesn't know. She thinks she's thanking me, but she's not. She's thanking my second grade teacher, Mrs. Ruark. She's thanking my dad, and my mom, and my wife Ollie, and our kids, and Doc, and Bob, and Reverend Myers from my mom's church, and Thich Nhat Hanh, and Caitlin Matthews, and Father Edward Hayes, and Sogyal Rinpoche, and my nieces, and my nephews, and my high school football coach, Mr. Perone, and my college advisor, Pete Beckett, and my grad school mentor, Jack DeLong. Jack, you taught me so much about working with children. She's thanking those steel mills in Youngstown that brought my people over here from Ireland and Slovakia. She's thanking those old storytellers from 150 years ago, from 550 years ago, who shared their stories with 4 or 5 people around the hearth in those little peasant cabins. She's thanking the stories themselves, and the students and teachers and families who are here today at the school. She's thanking Danny and Brian and Ronnie and my other high school buddies. She's thanking Donna and Eric and my Aunt Mary and my Uncle Dudley and my brother Bill and Margie and my sister Cheryl and Robin and Karis and Robert and Jeff and John, and Beth, Kevin, and Elizabeth, and Aunt Eleanor, and my cousins, and there is no me. There is no storyteller. We are each made of things greater, wider, vaster, and more multitudinous than our individual selves. There is an incredible web of forces that have influenced and shaped each of us. Some forces for better, and some for worse. We have all had negative influences on us. Many people have survived horrific traumas. But we have also experienced moments and events that have lifted us, nurtured us, and sustained us. As storytellers, and more generally as humans, the good gifts we give are continuations of the positive gifts that have been given to us. You cannot describe me if you eliminate the existence of my teacher, Mrs. Ruhr. If you pretend that my second grade teacher never lived, then I cease to exist. I disappear. No Mrs. Ruhr, no me. No Mrs. Ruhr, no me. There is no me. There is no storyteller. As I drove home from that school that evening, recalling the janitor's words, I smiled at the many elements that are a part of me. But then my smile grew wider, as I saw what my ego had previously missed. There is no storyteller, but there is also no janitor. She too is made of countless elements, including her parents, her friends, her family, her second grade teacher. And I suspect that a janitor who stops to share sweet, warm thoughts with a visiting storyteller probably also shares many kind words with teachers, students, parents, and the principal of that school. Plus there she is, just doing her job, alone each evening, keeping that building clean and safe and conducive to learning. Yes, precious bits of that janitor are spread everywhere throughout that school community. And here I realized that a bit of that janitor is now in me. And I was humbled to think that a bit of this storytelling is in that janitor as well. So, what are you made of?